Hey friends, welcome back. In this video, Corey and I venture out into the wilderness, the desert out by Alamo Lake State Park. And we find this area that is basically trailers and vehicles in the middle of nowhere. And it just begs the question, what the hell was this place? Hey friends, welcome back. So like I said in this video, Corey and I are taking a ride out to a place where the group of them went a few days prior. They found this area which has like old abandoned RV trailers. I think there's a mobile home kind of deal there. There's old vehicles, mostly from the 60s and 70s. Some machinery, kids' toys, bikes, everything. And you just kind of get there and this place is in the middle of nowhere. Like it took, off-road 4x4 vehicles to get there. And I don't know how or where they towed these trailers in. And even where some of them were placed, like they're up on bluffs and ridges and you're wondering like, how did they get, okay, so if they towed it in this way, how did they get the truck out? Like it was like, it's kind of mind blowing. And the thing is once you're there, you kind of go, well, what was this place? Right? Was it like a hippie commune? Was it a silver mine or a gold mine? Was it 70s meth or drug operation? Was it some weird cult? I don't know. But yeah, so I looked around there, we looked around and I took a bunch of pictures and it's just, yeah, it's strange. There's most of the RV trailers are either empty or just like stuff full of junk. It's almost like they were leaving, so they didn't want to leave stuff outside or whatever. So they just loaded it into these trailers. And then of course, over time, people have ransacked it or gone through it or whatever. But there's a couple of trailers up high on a bluff. And one of those from a distance looks like it could still be inhabited. But I got closer, looked around, and it's like the doors, flailing in the breeze. And so I got closer and looked in, and it's been totally ransacked. But the weird thing is a lot of the stuff on the inside had dates on it, like newspapers and magazines and stuff. And there's magazines in there that were dated for 2019. So obviously people have been squatting in there, or maybe perhaps living in there up until a few years back. But overall, the place is just abandoned, rusty, trashed. Like that tractor and the motorcycle are they're sitting in 3-4 feet of dust that's built up beside them and that kind of thing. So from a photography point of view, it's very cool. From a what the hell point of view, I'm still shaking my head. I have no idea what to tell you. But yeah, come along, see for yourself, and maybe in the comments after the video, let me know what you think it was. Maybe you know what it was. Maybe you were there when it was in its heyday of whatever it was. I don't know. But yeah, come along and see what you think. All right, see you on the other side. they get any of this stuff out here?
I know, right? And like, there's a big one way up high.
Yeah.
This one, there is a road up, like a little, they made a little road there.
That's bizarre. So yeah, we made it to this weird spot. It's in the middle of the desert, up on the side of a hill. As far as we can tell, it's been abandoned for quite a while. The trailer's down at the bottom, close to the road, using that term loosely. Some of the mail, calendars, newspapers that are strewn about place it around the 80s. A couple of the cars, there's a cool Dodge Dart Custom, half buried in the dirt. That's, I think it's probably, I would say it's a 68 or 69 car. And it's got plates on it from Idaho. And then there's some other vehicles with plates on them, trailer plates and stuff. And I think Corey was saying one of them says 1981, maybe, somewhere around there. But it seems like there was people here in the early 80s. So up top, which is where I'm coming down from as we speak, is a double wide mobile home. And it's in pretty rough shape inside, but from the outside, it's almost hard to tell if it's abandoned or not. But the closer you get, you realize there's no tracks, there's nobody around. The door's wide open. And there's junk everywhere. Lots of rodent poop. But by the looks of things, like there's some magazines and newspapers and that kind of thing. And it looks like there might have actually been people there till, or squatters, possibly. But it looks like there was inhabitants of some sort up until the mid 2000s, maybe even up until 2020. There was one newspaper there, the date of 2019 on it. Possibly somebody came up here and was camping out. I don't know for sure. There's a lot of crazy stuff around here. It's beautiful scenery, but like this place and where we are, we're in the middle of nowhere. Like, I don't even know where we are. There's like a smaller mountain range over, I think, more behind us here. But as it stands here now, we don't know much about it. It looks like possibly one time maybe there was 5 or 6 maybe families, inhabitants. There's old dilapidated animal pens. Looks like they had chickens and goats and that kind of thing. Maybe it was an Arizona commune, who knows, I don't know. But being me and loving this old stuff, it's a great day. friends, so Corey brought me up to this, what usually is a waterfall, but this year it's dry. She was here in January of 2023 and the fall was running and this whole area had water in it. So it's been a pretty dry year, I think. There's nothing here. No moisture whatsoever. There's a tiny little pool left over by one of these trees and there's a bunch of bees around it. But other than that, there's not much left as far as water goes. But pretty neat area. There's actually a little grass still growing here. Hummingbirds. There's the last little bit. Bees! You can hear the bees. Sweet! Oh, now I gotta take out my still camera. Hey friends, so there you have it. There's our little trip to that weird little area where all these, yeah, I still don't know what it was, what to call it. So like I said, if you know, then leave me a comment. Another thing I'd like to say is when you're visiting places like that, People always say, oh, well, you know, what if you're trespassing and that kind of thing? And I'm like, you'd have to be kind of an idiot to not realize that someone might still own the land. But when you're looking around and you see that it's like being totally abandoned, nobody's been there for God knows how long, that doesn't mean it gives you the license to disrespect it. I live and operate by one rule, and that's take only pictures, leave only footprints. So if you're wandering around in a place like that, just document it, capture it. Sure, depending on when you get there, or depending on, you know, how old it is or whatever, you'll find graffiti, and you'll find, you know, things trashed, and people have gone through stuff and that kind of thing. That doesn't mean you have to. So I'm just going to leave that there. That's my little 2 bits. So to wrap up my Alamo Lake adventure, I want to say thanks to all the people I camp with, all the different friends I have down here, some Canadian, some American. I know things are getting a little dicey right now, but that's politicians being politicians. Most of the people I know down here are damn good people. And a lot of them are other snowbirds, and a lot of them are local Americans or other Americans from other places that get cold too. That said, I want to show you a little flyaway video. We took some photos with the drone, and then before everybody dispersed, I said, oh, one more, and then, you know, got them to wave at the drone as we flew away from our campsite. So with that said, I'm going to bid you adieu from, well, I'm not actually in Alamo Lake area anymore. I'm back at Quartzsite because I forgot to do an intro and outro to this video, but the final outro will be our flyaway video. So yeah, here it is. We'll see you on the other side. If you like this video, give it a like. If you know what that place was, let me know. And yeah, we'll talk to you all soon. Okay, see you next time.